What if I told you that the secret to living longer and feeling genuinely happy has very little to do with diet, exercise, or supplements? What if I told you that the real key to adding years to your life and improving the quality of those years is simpler than anything you have been taught? It's learning to let go. Yes, let go. Let go of the things that do not serve you, the worries that drain your energy, and the pressures that weigh on your mind. A groundbreaking study from Harvard University tracked over 700 people for an astonishing 85 years. Yes, 85 years. That's nearly a lifetime of research on how people live, age, and thrive, or don't. And the results are nothing short of transformative. The participants who lived the longest, healthiest, and happiest lives were not necessarily the ones who ate the most vegetables, ran marathons, or followed every health trend religiously. They were the ones who learned to stop caring about things that truly didn't matter. Here's a statistic that should make you sit up straight. Chronic stress increases your risk of heart disease by 40%. 40%. That is almost half your risk simply because your mind is preoccupied, anxious, and holding on to things that do not serve you. The American Psychological Association studied adults over 60 and discovered that those who clung to unnecessary worries had cortisol levels that were 31% higher than those who practiced letting go. Cortisol, if you don't know, is the stress hormone that literally ages your body from the inside out. It breaks down muscle, weakens your immune system, and even shrinks your brain. That's right. High cortisol is like a silent thief stealing your vitality, one worry at a time. And here's the kicker. Most of the things causing your stress are things you have full control over. Stop for a moment and think about all the things you worried about last week. How many of those really mattered? How many will matter in 5 years? Chances are, almost none of them. Research published in the Journal of Aging and Health shows that people who learn to release unnecessary concerns reported a 23% improvement in overall life satisfaction in just 3 months. Just 3 months. That is not magic. That is science. And yes, I know what you are thinking. It's not that easy to just stop caring. You're right. It's not. It requires practice, awareness, and a willingness to examine exactly what is weighing you down and why. But once you understand this, the transformation is remarkable. You feel lighter. Your blood pressure stabilizes. You sleep better. Your relationships improve. Your mind, body, and spirit all benefit in ways you cannot imagine. And here's something that truly shocked me when I dug into the research. The number one thing people over 60 need to stop caring about is something that most actually hold on to tighter as they age. A study from the University of California followed over 3,000 adults and found that releasing this one thing could add an average of 7.5 years to your life. 7.5 years just from letting go of one single burden. It is staggering, and it underscores just how much energy we waste holding on to things that harm us. So let's break this down. Let's start at the bottom of the list and work our way to the most important. Before we do, take a moment. Comment below your age and where you're watching from. We read and respond to every single comment, and hearing your perspective is part of what makes this conversation so rich. Now let's start with number 8. Number 8, a perfectly clean house. On the surface, this may seem trivial. Who doesn't want a tidy home? But the obsession with perfection is quietly robbing you of peace, energy, and joy. A study published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that women who described their homes as cluttered or unfinished had elevated cortisol throughout the day. But here's the kicker. Those who were obsessed with keeping everything perfect had even higher stress levels than those who simply accepted a little mess. The difference is obsession versus reasonable care. There is a massive difference between maintaining a tidy home and striving for magazine cover perfection every single day. Research from UCLA's Center on Everyday Lives and Families examined 32 middle-class families and found that those who focus less on perfect housekeeping and more on enjoying their living spaces reported 47% higher daily happiness. They spent time laughing, connecting, reading, cooking, and sharing moments rather than scrubbing baseboards and polishing floors no one would ever notice. The lesson is clear. Let go of the obsession. Accept good enough as a form of liberation. A practical way to do this is simple. Identify your non-negotiables. Maybe a made bed and a clean kitchen are enough for you. That's perfect. Everything else can slide more often. Set a timer for cleaning. 30 minutes is enough. When the timer goes off, stop. The dust on the ceiling fan is not judging you. The visitors are not scrutinizing your window tracks. And if they are, that says far more about them than it does about you. Studies from the Journal of Environmental Psychology confirm that setting boundaries around household chores reduces anxiety by 29%. Your home should be your sanctuary, not a source of endless stress. Number 7. Keeping up with technology and trends. Stop trying to learn every new app your grandchildren use. Stop feeling embarrassed when you struggle with self-checkout machines. Stop believing that you must be on every social media platform to stay relevant. A survey from Pew Research Center found that 68% of adults over 65 feel overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological change. But here's what the research says. Selective engagement is far more effective than trying to master everything. A study in cyberpsychology, behavior, and social networking found that older adults who focused only on technologies that mattered to them reported 52% higher satisfaction. Quality over quantity applies to technology too. You do not need TikTok. You do not need the latest smartphone. Your value and intelligence are not measured by apps or devices. A practical tip. Before learning any new technology, ask yourself, will this genuinely improve my daily life? Or am I just trying to keep up? If it's the latter, let it go. Your time and mental energy are far too precious to waste on frustration. Focus instead on what connects you to family, friends, and experiences that enrich your life. Number 6. Your physical appearance and aging. Society bombards us with messages that wrinkles, gray hair, or weight gain are flaws. Yet studies tell a different story. A survey in the Journal of Women in Aging found that women who accepted their aging appearance had depression rates 61% lower than those who fought it constantly. The Yale School of Public Health discovered that those with positive views of aging lived, on average, 7.5 years longer than those with negative views. That's right. Your attitude toward your own aging can literally lengthen your life. Furthermore, research from the University of Waterloo shows that people naturally perceive faces with age markers as more trustworthy and approachable than artificially altered faces. Your authentic appearance helps you connect with others. It does not push them away. Start each day by identifying one feature you appreciate. Your eyes, your hands, your smile. They all tell a story of a life fully lived. Self-compassion practices reduce appearance-related anxiety by 34% within just 6 weeks. Treat your body with gratitude. It has carried you through decades of life. Number 5. Minor daily inconveniences. These are the small irritations that sneakily erode your health. Traffic jams, slow cashiers, long waits, incorrect restaurant orders. Research in health psychology shows that people who react strongly to minor hassles have inflammatory markers 40% higher than those who let things slide. Inflammation, as we know, contributes to heart disease, dementia, and cancer. A Penn State study tracked 2,000 adults for 8 years and found that those who got bothered by daily stressors had a 60% higher risk of cognitive decline. The small stuff is not actually small when it comes to your brain and body. Here's how to retrain your responses. When something minor happens, ask, will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, it does not deserve your frustration. Pause, breathe, and practice the mental shrug. Each conscious choice to let go rewires your brain for calmness. Studies show that consistent practice improves emotional regulation for over a year. Number 4. Past mistakes and regrets. That missed opportunity, the relationship you wish had gone differently, the harsh words you cannot take back. These regrets are mental clutter occupying space without offering benefit. Research from Concordia University found that adults ruminating on past regrets had cortisol levels 38% higher than those who accepted their history. Chronic regret also increased depression risk by 29% and anxiety by 19%. Neuroscience shows that replaying past events activates the same stress centers as actually experiencing them. Every time you relive a regret, your body reacts as though it's happening again. But here's the good news. Reframing your past as learning rather than failure reduces this stress response by up to 45%. A practical exercise from the University of Texas involves writing down a regret, identifying 3 lessons learned, and noting how those lessons improved your life. Participants reported a 52% reduction in regret-related rumination within 2 months. Your past shaped you. It does not have to imprison you. Number 3, being right all the time. That compulsion to win every argument drains energy, harms relationships, and even affects your physical health. The University of Michigan studied over 300 older couples and found that those prioritizing connection over being right had 44% higher relationship satisfaction. Hostile arguments raise blood pressure, increase cortisol, and can even slow wound healing by 40%, according to Ohio State University. Instead, ask yourself, what is more important, being right or being at peace? Most times, peace will serve you better. Harvard Business School research shows that admitting uncertainty or error makes leaders appear 35% more trustworthy. Letting go of being right is not weakness. It is wisdom. Number 2, what other people think of you. The fear of judgment is largely imaginary. People are far too busy with their own lives to scrutinize yours. Cornell University calls this the spotlight effect, where we overestimate how much others notice us by 2 to 3 times. Research shows that concern about others' opinions increases anxiety by 67%. To combat this, practice authentic living. Make decisions based on your values, not imagined expectations. Wear what you enjoy. Speak your truth. Say no without guilt. Each authentic choice weakens the grip of external judgment. By the time you reach 60, most people genuinely care less about your choices than you imagine. Finally, number 1, toxic relationships. This is the game changer. The Harvard study of adult development, the longest-running study of happiness ever conducted, found that the single greatest predictor of health and longevity is the quality of your relationships. Toxic relationships actively shorten life. Negative interactions increase heart disease risk by 34% and accelerate cellular aging by up to 10 years. Hostile interactions flood your body with cortisol, increase inflammation, and shorten telomeres. The solution is strategic. Reduce exposure, set boundaries, or disengage emotionally from harmful people. Even subtle steps improve well-being significantly. Research shows that reducing contact with toxic influences lowers cortisol by 23% and improves self-reported happiness by 41% within 6 months. Protect your peace. Your life literally depends on it. These 8 areas, perfect homes, technology pressure, appearance anxiety, minor daily frustrations, past regrets, being right, worrying about judgment, and toxic relationships, share a common theme. Your energy is finite. Your time is precious. You decide where it goes. Studies show that mastering the art of letting go not only improves longevity, but enhances happiness, health, and relationships. Start small. Pick one thing, release it consciously, and feel the weight lift. Continue with the next. Within months, you will notice a profound shift in how you feel, think, and live. The Harvard study proves it. Those who mastered letting go lived longer, healthier, and happier lives. You can do the same. Reflect on your life. Ask yourself, what is one thing you finally let go of after turning 60? Share your experiences, inspire someone else, and take your first step toward a lighter, more joyful life today. Start now, because your energy, your peace, and your health are worth it.